Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We're in the 2019 album from NF called The Search. This is track number 5, titled Nate. We're going to give it a listen, make a few comments along the way, and then you'll have a chance to click into a second video called The Second Course, where we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. And if you're interested in dessert, got a little taste for dessert, you can head over to Patreon. It's just $5. That gives you access to everything past, present, and future, NF content, music videos, all those things, and many other artists. So feel free to give that a look, but let's jump in and give Nate a listen. It's like a train.
Yeah, sometimes I wanna disappear like I just don't exist. Or find a time machine to take me back when I was 6. Maybe younger, either way, I guess the point of it would be to tell that little kid that he's gonna take a lot of hits. Yeah, I'll probably grab your hand and tell you life is hard. If you got questions or you need advice, then talk to God, cause he's the only one that listens, even when you think he isn't. Even good people are great at making bad decisions. Yeah, they ain't gonna take us serious. You find out pretty quick that life is more than just appearances. I know some things we could avoid to save embarrassment, but everything that breaks you down can also build your character, cause people love to see you fail. Just be aware of it. Don't let nobody tell you who to be or write your narrative. Look, we're all products of the things that we experience, but there's a big difference between confidence and arrogance. You hearing this? I know that you don't get it now, but you gon' get it later. I know you feel like you're alone and no one loves you maybe, and you gon' cover insecurities with lots of anger. The weird thing is someday all of this will make you famous. You start to write about your life, and while they're all relating, you'll make up a slogan, call it real, but feel like you're the fakest. Wish I could tell you that your future's nothing but amazing. That's just not the case, and I guess I just don't know how to say this. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you can, I just want you to know you gon' make a lot of mistakes, and they gon' laugh in our face. That's part of life, that's just the way that it goes. That's just the way that it goes. And I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you can, I just need you to get it. I know you've been questioning life, trust me, I know what it's like. I'm here for you if you need someone to listen. If you need someone to listen. See, mom and dad are not together, they took different routes. What you probably already knew, you're getting older now. Remember back when mom picked us up from grandma's house, and she hid her boyfriend in the trunk and drove a couple miles down the street, and then she pulled over to let him out, cause she didn't want dad to know she had these type of dudes around. Cause last time he found out, he had to take us from her. You look uncomfortable, I'm sorry, let me change the subject. You know how we've always struggled with abandonment? Yeah. And when we feel like someone's leaving, we start panicking. Yeah. Hey, yo, I wish that I could say I've learned to manage it. You think it's bad now, but you don't know the half of it. Passion is something we have never lacked. We see it the most when we're writing raps. They think it's funny now, let them laugh. I know you think it's just an outlet when you're really mad, but you don't know the platform you're about to have. I know some things about the future you ain't ready for. I know some things that you gon' cover up but can't ignore. And what hurts is they gon' surface at the worst moments, and we gon' act like it don't hurt us, but it hurts, don't it? We walk around with the devil talking on both shoulders. Wish I could tell you that he disappears when we get older, but that's just not the case. And I know you feel out of place, and everything is not okay, and life can be a lot to take. But I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you can, I just want you to know you gon' make a lot of mistakes, and they gon' laugh in our face. That's part of life, that's just the way that it goes. That's just the way that it goes. And I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you can, I just need you to get it. I know you've been questioning life, trust me, I know what it's like. I'm here for you if you need someone to listen. If you need someone to listen. You know how intoxicated people make us nervous, to the point sometimes we shake and it feels so disturbing. Don't be scared, that's just trauma trying to reach the surface and tell us everyone we love is gonna try to hurt us, which isn't true, but it's a lie that both of us believe in. Yeah, you might get a glimpse of happiness from your achievements, but what you'll learn as you get older, every time you reach one, is you'll just make another goal that doesn't lead to freedom. See, some things about to happen that you can't imagine. At 24, you'll drop an album and you'll call it Mansion. At 25, you'll put out therapy and gain some traction. Skip the track number 4, now that's a really sad one. Yeah, perception's coming next, we about to reach the masses. It sounds awesome, at the same time, it doesn't matter. At 27, we'll make millions, but it's really sad, cause you learn to realize that none of this will make you happy. I could look at you with empathy. Sometimes I feel like I've become what you were scared to be, which makes it really hard to look at you with sympathy. Cause if I'm feeling bad for you, then I have to feel bad for me. And that's just something I feel like we don't deserve. That's why I'm always looking down on you, I know it hurts. I'm sure you have a lot of questions I've been trying to search to find us both some answers. I'll be here for you if things get worse.
I need the long outro on this one just to process. Jeez. Okay. Again, I need a notepad here. I got it in here. Let's just take one thought at a time. First and foremost, the music. This is one of my favorite produced tracks from NF. I think it's got such a good sound. And I mean, even I know I was joking around, that guy. Like that was not, sometimes those high pitched sounds all the way through a track can be distracting to me. This was not. Like it was beautiful. And it fits so well in the mix of everything else. So musically, this was absolutely amazing. Lyrically, this could be one of my favorite pieces of writing from NF. I think the way that he wrote this and packaged it, and the progression and the insight and the honesty and the wisdom is hard to beat thus far in the NF library of music. This song almost sounds like it belongs in Therapy Session, and it's the kind of song, as we were even in the album Therapy Session, it wasn't my favorite album. There were definitely some great tracks on that album. But as a whole, I was like, man, this just didn't really feel like what I was thinking Therapy Session would feel like. This song is the kind of song that I think would have fit really well in Therapy Session. I think it fits perfectly fine here. He even works in the idea of searching, and it's great that he's able to even speak about Therapy Session and perception, so he couldn't have written this song in Therapy Session. It needed time. He needed growth. He needed to grow and learn. But man, I don't know that anyone, I mean, obviously there are people writing content like NF, but not like NF. In his genre, in his style, and bringing this into rap and hip hop, this is the kind of, like, we need this man. I've even thought, I really would like to go through in Eminem's library of music just to see, like, of course I've heard enough from Eminem that I understand what makes him great. But I've always been interested in the whole journey, the whole library, because I've only heard pieces of like the big stuff that he's done, especially when he raps fast. And I was honestly exploring his library and kind of just checking out a few songs, especially his old stuff. And, I just personally, for me, and if you've been following the channel for any length of time, that, like, I love Jesus. I believe the Holy Spirit lives in me. And so with that, I still want to be true to what I feel good about. And even as I was floating through his music, I was just like, man, I know that, like, it would be interesting, and I know that it would probably draw a lot of people, but I just don't know that in good conscience I could soak myself in his music, because there's some really just awful stuff in there that, again, like, if you want to listen to it, I don't care. Just for me personally, I'm like, man, I still want to be true to what I feel is right for me. And so that honestly, as I was looking through several rap and hip hop artists, I came to the same conclusion. And I think that through that, obviously many of those artists have been a great help to people. So I'm not discounting that. I just think that NF, with his talent, his heart, his character, and his wisdom, man, if we could have more people creating music, it doesn't even necessarily have to be Christian inspired, but I don't know, just the stuff that he's talking about and how he's approaching it, it really resonates with me. So all that being said, I think this is this is a standout track for me from NF. Look, I got this little star icon on here. Let's give it a star. Maybe I'll start doing that for things that really stand out to me. But listen, if you want to take the deep dive with us into the lyrics and meaning behind the music, you can click right over here for the second course. And again, feel free to check out things on Patreon. But let me know your thoughts on this song in the comments. Thanks for being with me for this one. Hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.